welcome back to another consignment update here at Gardner Holgate Auction Rooms in Corsham, Wiltshire, UK. We have another bumper episode today. I think probably another 50 guitars we'll be going through. Some really fine vintage pieces. And if you stick to the end, you'll see something very fine indeed. If you want to have a look at what we've got coming up in website form, then go to our website, guitar-auctions.co.uk or guitarauctions.com. and you will find some previews. Now, I've had a lot of people emailing me and saying, oh, I've seen this in a post or this in your video and it's not on the website yet. Well, yes, that's correct. They haven't been withdrawn. It's just quite simply they haven't been processed yet, or yeah, we haven't quite got to the stage that they're ready to go up on the website. So please do be aware that what is on the website is a tiny fraction, probably less than 10% of what we've got on offer in the sale. We are going to do another website upload shortly, so there will be a few more bits going on. But have a look there. You can see the crisscross collection, you see the granary collection, and you can see sort of other really cool guitars that we've got coming up in our auction on the 3rd to the 6th of December. Of course, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified for these videos in the future. But I will let you watch this video and decide at the end whether you wish to do so. But please do follow us, because it does help the channel grow and it encourages these videos to happen more often. So auction 3rd to the 6th of December 2024. Let's have a look at what we've got. So in here we have a 1973 Gibson SG Special. We've got the mini humbuckers on this one as standard for the early 70s special models. So you can see there the typical logo of this era, although someone has actually put a embossed logo over the original there for one reason or another. But anyway, there we go. You can see some replacement Shallow tuners, Shallow Deluxe tuners, so they're Clusen style. But we have this walnut finish, original knobs. This one's actually currently set up quite high. It's from a deceased estate, but very much slide player. Quite a lot of his guitars were set up like this. But there you go, in a 1970s case. And in here another Gibson. We have a 1980 Gibson Flying V2 with the boomerang pickups. Quite low powered, these pickups, compared to sort of standard humbuckers. And we've got this walnut body, natural walnut body, ebony board, fairly big frets for this era, and there we go, typical Gibson logo, the V2 truss rod cover, round head, big volute there, and 1980. So you can see decent condition. There's some buckle marks at the back, but a played guitar from the era and with its original case. And in here we have one of two Gibson Les Paul Supremes. Now, the one identifying thing for this model, so this one's from 2003, is the big thick body. So you can see it's got a chunky body, and you've also got the dish to the top as well. So both the top and back are curved, whereas sort of standard Les Pauls are obviously flat on the back. But yeah, you do have this big chunky piece of mahogany with maple either side. And there we go, this one's in very good condition indeed. 2003 Gibson Les Paul Supreme. And like I said, not one but two. This one in sort of this amber, natural amber finish. Again, got the carved front and back. Very highly figured maple on this one. Stunning looking actually, that back. But with the mahogany deep body. So they are fairly heavy, these are as well, but they are a popular model. And Gibson Les Paul Supreme, and I believe from the same year as well. Yep, 2003. And in here we have a Gibson Firebird from the same collection again. So still continuing with the Gibson's mini humbuckers as standard for this model. And this one is from 2019, I believe. I'm just having a look. Yep, 2019. Gibson Firebird in this wine red finish with its original case. So another Gibson coming up, this time a Gibson Les Paul Standard 50s P90. So it is the 50s style gold top with the P90 pickups, but otherwise with Les Paul Standard specs. So you've got the bound neck, bound top of the body, mahogany back, and then the gold finish maple top in its original case. So I promised you last week that there would be more G&L guitars coming up. I think we've got more G&L guitars in this sale than ever before. If you haven't seen last week's video and you're into G&L guitars, do go back and check out that that video. Of course, subscribe to our channel, hit that like button and hit the bell icon if you want to get notified with future video uploads if you like this content. But anyway, there we go, there's enough plugging. 1997 G&L ASAT Classic, see-through blonde finish. And there we go, basically, well, Leo Fender's take on his own design, the Telecaster. Good guitar. And again, another G&L, a G&L Legacy. We had a Legacy that we featured last sale, so we got two Legacies in this sale. And this is from 2007, US Legacy in the blue finish. So basically a Leo Fender's Strat. There we go, good condition. 1974 Fender Precision Bass in sunburst finish. In the condition I guess you'd expect for a gigged and used guitar of this age. So in original condition. I think the thumb rest is probably replaced, saying that. Looks the wrong colour plastic, but there we go. A minor thing. A couple of small splits to the guard there, but otherwise good original condition. 1974 Fender Precision Bass. In the same collection, another G&L for you, the ASAT Classic. This is the Bluesboy, so you've got the humbucker pickup in the neck position. This is a thin line take, so tele thin line Bluesboy kind of idea. G&L ASAT Classic, as you can see, with the original G&L tuners in this nice honeyburst finish. So from Canada we have a Godin, however it's pronounced. I'm always getting it wrong, or I'm always being told I'm getting it wrong, so there we go. You can correct me if you wish. And a good take on a Les Paul Special, double P90 pickup, single cutaway body, and will probably cost you less than half of a Gibson Les Paul Special of the same age. So a very, very good option for you if you're in the market for a P90 loaded guitar. Who likes single pickup guitars?
Luke Hobbs does.
He does indeed. Gordon Smith, really like this guitar. Les Paul, love Les Paul Juniors, love single pickup guitars, and I love black finish guitars. With this, especially satin black as well, because it doesn't show up the marks as much. So perfect. Look at that. Rock Machine. Really nice lightweight body, thin body. Gordon Smith, British builders. What's not to like? Tell me in the comments what's not to like. And some more single pickup guitar action for you. This is the Fender Noventa Telecaster. There we go. Mexican made, 2021, so not that old at all, a few years old. And I know I say I like single pickup guitars. My only thing with this one is it does look a bit odd. It's missing, isn't it? That pickup.
Is it the small scratch?
Yeah, it might be. Maybe this pickguard was bigger. But anyway, I don't need to like it because I'm not buying it. So if you want a Fender Noventa Telecaster, there you go. We really are going with single pickup guitars. So we have a Les Paul Junior, and this is the Les Paul Junior Tribute Model DC double cutaway. There we go. See the head there, 2019. So it's in excellent condition with its original gig bag. So here we have an Ibanez Artist, and this is the AM-100 model from 1983, I think. There we go, 1983, from Assembly Music. So those of you local to us might remember Assembly Music in Bath. There we go, they were in Widcombe. One of the first guitar stores I ever went to when I started playing. Bit of a blast from the past. And this has got this metallic sort of olive green finish olive drab, I guess, something like that. And you don't often see it in this finish. It's it's got some marks and wear, but it is a 40-year-old guitar now. But there we go. Now, something really quite rare for you, a vintage Selmer Lap guitar with amp case. So you really don't see many of these around, and they're actually very affordable. £200 to £300 hammer price is what you can expect to pay for one of these, but a bit of fun, isn't it? And yeah, Selmer of Paris. There we go, very Art Deco in stylings. I think in here we even have a big old chunky tone bar and some picks as well that are thrown in for good measure. And talking of lots of G&Ls in the cell, as you are all probably aware now, if you're always keeping up to date with our consignment updates.
As you should.
As you should. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, of course. We've got lots of Tokais in the cell, more Tokais than ever, and this is a lesser spotted model as well, from around 1984. So it's like a Telecaster custom with the double bound body, with the squared off edges, the abalone trim or inlay around the edge, and this sort of faux tortoiseshell guard, maple board. Rare model. So if you are a collector of Tokais, this will be one that you probably don't see around that often, and might be the one that you're missing from your collection. So this is a rarity. You really don't see many of these. Never had one, and I think it is a lovely, lovely thing. From the 1950s, it's a Vega C166 Duo-Tron. There we go, look at that head. I really love those original orange Perspex tuners, aren't they just great? So some light checking down the mahogany neck, as you can see. This natural body, all completely original, this guitar. And it's even got this bespoke output jack, which we do have the cable for, with the controls here on the tailpiece. But what a fantastic instrument, and it comes with its original case as well, with the Vega logo there. Incredible thing. Don't see many of them around, and very affordable in the vintage market. A 50s, a well-made, handmade 50s archtop electric guitar or jazz box that you can pick up for around £1,000. The Gibson equivalent, what would that be? Many, many thousands. So really cool, quirky thing, and something a bit different. We've had lots of Vegas, but never one like this before. Single pickup guitars. Of all the guitars to be collectible these days, Hello Kitty. So Squier Affinity Strat, the Hello Kitty Squier with the very punk font writing on the back. This one from 2006, and we have two. Let's have a look at the next one. And as promised, we have another one, this one in pink. Hello Kitty guitar, slightly different lettering on the back, and these guitars are actually very, very comfortable to play. They've got really, really good necks on them. Again, single pickup, just Seymour Duncan and Vega, drop one of those in there, and you've got a
dying for like the
highest output pickup ever. I actually really like them. I'm not going to lie. I prefer the black one because I prefer the writing on the back. But as a guitar, as an instrument, they are great and always going up in value. So if nothing else, buy it as an investment. Heard it here, not first. So in here is not a Gibson Barney Kessel, but a Shaftesbury. So this is the Barney Kessel copy, Japanese made, and Shaftesbury basically made copies of every Gibson model of the time. So this is the double cut Barney Kessel model in the cherry sunburst finish, and it's actually a very, very good guitar indeed. Good quality with its period case. And if you are a collector of these old Japanese guitars, then that is a very fine example. We have some very, very nice vintage Fender guitars coming up in this cell. And this is certainly one of them. Stick around to the end of the video to see a very fine Stratocaster, which is unbelievable. But yeah, stick around to the end to see that. But this is a 1968 Fender Telecaster in original candy apple red finish. It's even been signed by Albert Lee to the back. We're not entirely sure of the provenance of this one, but it was shipped in by the shipped in from the States by the now owner or the seller. And yeah, this is just, I mean, to be honest with you, there's not a lot to say about it because it is an original example. So the typical late 60s F-style tuners, the neck is really nice because it's nicely played in, so it gives this nice sort of satin feel, really comfortable to play. And there we go, candy apple red finish with its original orange lined case, and it does come with some paperwork, including sort of original sales receipts. And if we have a look there, there we go, it's from Hoboken Vintage Guitars in New Jersey. So in here is quite an interesting guitar, and I don't know a huge amount about this company, but the brand is Signature, so it's always very difficult to find out much about these guitars, because if you go into the old Google engine, other search engines are available, and put in Signature guitar, it just brings up everything. So made in Japan, this is a Signature SFT1 model. We have had them before, but they are incredibly good quality. There we go, made in Japan. And I would put them on par with Tokais, Japanese Tokais, that kind of thing. But they come in at about half the price of. So you can pick these up for around £200 hammer price. But they are fantastic condition Les Pauls. This is in the tobacco sunburst finish. So if you want a decent quality Japanese made Signature or Tokai type Les Paul, then look no further. So in the Hiscox case, it's not a Hiscox because Hiscox doesn't exist as a guitar. It's a Gibson Les Paul standard. There we go. From 2000, I think. Yeah, 2000. Very, very good period indeed for Gibson, in my opinion. I think Les Pauls from around this time, particularly 2000, 2001, 2002, always seem to be, there just seems to be that sweet spot. This has obviously been used quite a lot, so whoever owned this guitar agrees, all the buckle marks and things on the finish, but there we go, 2000 Gibson Les Paul standard. So the greatest Gibson model is, Chris?
Obviously an Explorer.
Let us know in the comments what you think is the greatest. So me and Chris have just decided, as this is a birth year guitar for him, so we'll find out how young he is. 1992?
Yeah.
Wow.
Old, right?
So birth year guitar for Chris, so we are gifting it to him.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Can't have it back now.
Only joking.
No, don't do this to you.
There we go. So if you want to buy Chris a gift for Christmas, there you go, that's what he wants, his birth year Explorer. And as you can see, we've got some DiMarzio pickups installed. We've got this black pickguard put on, so obviously someone who's got heavy rock in mind, which I think Chris certainly does, with his original 90s case as well. And as you can see, very much used guitar because they are great. We have a lot of Gibsons in this cell, as we normally do. So this is a 1988 Gibson ES-335 in this cherry finish. There we go, with its red lined fitted hard case, Gibson hard case, and it's in, well, just good condition for the age, that's for sure. So we had a look at that Signature guitar earlier, and how I said that you can basically get a half price Tokai. Well, if you don't want a half price Tokai and you want to spend all the money on a Tokai, we have one. So this is from 2002, Japanese made Tokai Les Paul in this cherry sunburst finish with this very curly flamed maple top in nice condition. So I think we all know the quality of these Japanese made Tokais, and it comes in a Gibson gig bag. So we have a very early Hofner Club 40 here, single pickup and with the oval control plate. So 57, 58, very early indeed. I believe same spec as George Harrison's, and it's in very fine condition. Don't see many of these ones around. So different location, as you can see, we do lots of other musical instruments as well. Lots of violins, probably the biggest auction house for violins in the UK, by quantity at least anyway. That will be coming up in the same week as guitars, lots of other instruments as well. But here we have an artist associated, or it was artist owned, that's for sure, by none other than Mr. Eric Clapton's. This is a 1978 Guild D55 NT Natural. We sold this quite a few years ago now. So it was originally in the Eric Clapton Christie's auction, and then was subsequently sold through us many years ago. And here it is again. So the chap who bought it from us is selling it on. So yeah, there was huge, phenomenal interest in this guitar. It did very well indeed. You can have a look at the old listing on the website if you wish. It's still up there. But I do remember when we had a press release that went out, or certainly when it caught media attention, they really focused on the cigarette burn on the headstock, which was the remains from Mr. Eric Clapton. So there we go. Obviously keeping his cigarette in the within the strings of the head. So the designated area. So 1978 Guild, amazing provenance. This was Eric Clapton's, and it could be yours. So in here we have another artist associated guitar, or artist owned. So this guitar was owned by Pete Townsend. Full provenance. We actually sold this guitar as well previously, and Takamine. Pete was very well known for using Takamines and this model, in fact. So this is from 1989, and the serial number falls very close to some of the other ones that he still has. But this, well, essentially this was gifted by Pete to a friend, and that friend passed away, and he left the guitar to another chap who we sold it for, and now we are selling it on behalf of the guy who bought it from us. So here it is back again. So if you want a Pete Townsend Takamine guitar, and he was very well known for using Takamine acoustics, here is your opportunity. So in here, another interesting artist guitar. This time Chris Rea, perfectly timed to come home for Christmas. Will you be driving home for Christmas from our auction with this Stratocaster? So this is a 1975 Fender Hardtail Strat, and this can be seen being used by Chris Rea in a 1979 concert in Paris. So this was a guitar extensively used by him. It was originally sold by someone who used to play in the Chris Rea band, and he ended up acquiring the guitar, and then again something that was sold through us a few years ago now. But really interesting. You can see documentation and videos of Chris Rea using this guitar, and it was also used on recordings as well. So when the catalogue description is up, you'll be able to see all the provenance. Now the really interesting thing with the case is, according to the chap that sold this guitar with us, who was very close to Chris, being in his band at the time, this allegedly is the original case for his well-known salmon pink Strat. So yeah, it's thought that this Selmer case is the case that his Strat came in originally. So in some ways the case is the case is linked to a very important guitar within Chris's career. But this Strat here is one that he used in the very early days, sort of mid to late 70s. And if Chris Rea, Pete Townsend, Eric Clapton doesn't do it for you, then maybe Mike Oldfield will. So here we have a Japanese-made Roland bass guitar, and this was owned by Mike Oldfield. Full provenance, Got lots of documentation relating to it. It was sold to the seller directly from Oldfield's people, and we do have a statement of provenance, which I will open up here. There we go, Tom Newman Productions, and there you can see it is a guitar that Mike Oldfield can be seen with in videos. Roland synth bass, G88 with the controller. We do have the controller as well, but it was owned and used by Mike Oldfield in the studio in video. Really interesting thing with its original case. And if you are desperate to own the world's heaviest guitar, then look no further than a Peavey T-60. I mean, it's not literally the world's heaviest guitar, but they are heavy. Big old chunk of solid ash there. And I think they're a cool design. These do sound big, actually. Got the hardtail, all this switching going on for the split coil humbucker pickups. And yeah, I think a bit different. USA made, comes with its original case. We do like the Ibanez artist guitars. This will be the AR-100 model because it has the simple control layout, DiMarzio pickups there, and in decent condition from 1981. And this Epiphone case is not an Epiphone. It's quite a rare collectible Les Paul. So from 1996, it's a Les Paul standard, but with this rare tie-dye finish, which was a limited edition guitar. George St. Pierre, Gibson luthier, who was responsible for these, and becoming quite collectible now. So I think this certainly is one of those guitars where a guitar also becomes art, and it's a cool thing, and you don't often see them coming up. So if you're a fan of Japanese made guitars, you might be interested in Blade, the brand, Gary Leveson Designs, and this is their Mary Kay type Strat, see-through blonde body, single ply pickguard, 50 style neck, and this is a very, very rare model, and there was only around 40 made by Blade, so a very rare guitar indeed, Japanese made, and possibly one of the more collectible Blade guitars on the market. So if you have no interest in a 1968 Fender Telecaster in candy apple red for whatever reason, and you'd prefer one in blonde, then we have got you covered.
Or was it custard to go with the apple?
Custard. Look at that. He's on form. So you can have some custard to go with your candy apple. There we go. All my jokes are written by my ghostwriter, Chris, by the way. I'm just going to give him the credit there. So here we go. 1968 Fender Telecaster in blonde finish. Not the original case, but certainly an old vintage case. And it's in good, I'd say good, original condition. There we go. What are you feeling?
Oh, I'm pretty Hank Marvin right now.
Terrible. Such a bad joke. Anyway, there we go. Hank Marvin. Hank Marvin Stratocaster from 1996. There we go, in the Fiesta red finish, in very, very good condition. It's even got the Perspex, not Perspex, the clear film on the guard. And comes with it's non-original to the guitar, but a decent quality USA Fender case. And these are becoming more and more collectible, as a lot of artist-associated signature models do. Just in case you haven't seen enough Tokais to sink a battleship, here's another one. So this is one of the modern ones. So most of the Tokais we've been showing you are, or certainly the Fender type Tokais have been from the 80s. This is much more recent, probably from around 2016. And this is a Mary Kay style again. So we saw the Mary Kay style Levinson blade. We have the Mary Kay 84 Gold Star sound, and then we have a modern Japanese made Gold Star sound, also in the Mary Kay styling. So see-through blonde finish, gold hardware, single ply, white guard, maple 50s style neck, and it comes with its original Tokai tweed hard case. So in terms of Gibson copy guitars, Barney guitars are always popular, and this one we have is the rock and roll version. So it's a double cut Les Paul Junior type of idea. We've got an upgraded Faber wraparound bridge on this one, and we have a upgraded P90 type pickup with the more staple type poles, but in the what is the equivalent of a TV yellow finish, although it is a thicker poly finish rather than a nitro finish that the Gibson ones do have. But there we go. So this is one of the most modified Fenders we have in the sale, and I think exceptional quality and really, really interesting. So what we have is we have a Japanese Fender Telecaster custom, and we will go through everything with you. So double bound body, Telecaster custom body, sunburst finish, and we have a B-bender. So we've got a B-bender fitted with this Perspex front, so, and then see it fits on your strap. So wear your strap and you pull it down and it gives you the old, so there we go, B-bender fitted. Now in terms of pickups, we have these velvet hammer pickups, which are quite collectible and expensive pickups these days. So we've got the 3 velvet hammers here, so very much in Nashville styling, or super Nashville I guess, with the, usually you have 3 pickups with the Nashville style guitars. And then we have a bridge pickup here. I mean, it looks like big poles, it looks like it's probably a Schecter pickup or similar. And then we have all the extra additional control knob here, and there is push pulling as well to control everything. And then with the neck, so it is the original Fender neck, although it has been heavily reprofiled, so it's really, really thin, with this V, quite a nice V profile. It's quite a comfortable guitar to play. But if you're into that fast sort of country, chicken picking kind of thing, and you want a B-bender, then this is a fantastic instrument for you. Decent tuners, some Spurzl locking tuners, comes with a Hiscox hard case. So yeah, if you want to do some chicken picking around the Christmas tree, there you go. So as promised earlier on, we have something quite special here, and almost unbelievable the condition of this thing. But just have a look at the case, which looks like it's just come out of a factory. So this is a, believe it or not, a 60s Fender hard case, white Tolex with the black trim. And there we go, look at that. Now, believe it or not, this is a completely original 1963 Fender Stratocaster electric guitar. And yeah, the condition is just insane. I've seen modern guitars look older than this. So this has all been checked out. It was sold to the vendor by a very good source in the first place, and it was bought as an investment piece, as you can see. So this is a very, very good clean example. Now, as it was quite an exciting thing to come in, I sent some images over to a chap, well, a bit of a Fender historian, just because I thought he'd be interested, and he sent me a reply to say that this is the most original, or the cleanest and most original early 60s Fender he's ever seen in the UK. Now obviously he's only seen photos, so he hasn't seen that there are a few very, very minor dings, as you can see, but I think you'll all agree that it is just in stunning, superb condition. I mean, even look at the serial plate, just absolutely incredible. Tiny little bit of wear on the side of the neck there from the old cowboy chords, but we've even got the original frets. it's just great to see. So if you want to study the finest example, that is it. And if you want the finest example, that is it. 1963 Fender Stratocaster. I'll just pop him back in the case. We will open the case pocket, and we've got the original Fender cloth. There's even a neck shim in there. We've got the strap, we've got the trem arm, we've got the bridge cover, and then if I rummage around in here, we will also reveal the original tag with the matching serial number. We've even got the Allen key there taped. So yeah, just an incredible example. Now I think some of you will say, well, how's the case been kept in that condition? Well, over the back we've actually got a bag, a padded bag that this case has always been kept in, to keep it free of dust, grime, and even keep the case in good condition, because the case really is that good. So yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Almost couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw it. But it is a 1963 completely original, possibly one of the finest condition, certainly in the UK, but I'm sure even worldwide you won't find many that are better. So there we go, ladies and gents, thanks for joining us today. I think you'll all agree we had a really good mixed selection of vintage and later pieces. Let us know in the comments what your favourite guitar was. So I hope you enjoy the artist associated guitars as well. Next consignment update, we are going to have another artist associated collection feature video, so look out for that. Something that's quite exciting, or I find it exciting at least. So yes, if you do like those videos, of course subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, like this video, helps our channel grow. It keeps you updated with all the latest news here. There are guitars and other things going up onto the preview website all the time, so keep checking that out, guitarauctions.com, guitar-auctions.co.uk. We are on consignment deadline now, so although things are beginning to stop coming in, although we do have a deluge right up until this Friday due to arrive, there will be lots and lots of consignment updates still to come, running right up to the sale, which is on the 3rd to the 6th of December. So thanks for joining me here today. My name's Luke Hobbs, the auctioneer here at Gardiner Holgate Auction Rooms in Corsham, Wiltshire, UK, and we look forward to seeing you next time.